performed and that there's a battle here and that there's a little bit of pride in showing something in these games. The positions are open. And it looks like tonight, at least, they went with Patra on the right wing. But eventually, they moved him over a bit. Lysell, again, with a goal tonight. It was a beauty, too. Right in front. He got a little screen action as well. But a goal from him. You got Tufty's a big boy, by the way. Tufty, in the 2 games I've watched of this dude, how is he not going to be a part of the rotation here? Maybe he's not. Maybe I wonder if he's a fourth liner. I don't know. I've been impressed with what I've seen. He had 2 shots tonight, had the goal, played well the other night. So you get goals from Lysell, Tufty, Brown was the other, and then our boy Brazzers also making an impact. 14 minutes of ice time tonight. Trent Frederick had 16 minutes. But Lysell, 17 minutes tonight along with Tufty. Those were your goal scorers, and it was just good to finally see. And I don't mean to say finally, but there's a competition. What are they going to do at right wing? At least the Patra ideal gives them another center they can use. And he plays outside and figures it out. He was really good on the faceoffs tonight. Overall, I thought the Bruins were very good on faceoffs tonight. I'll get you that number in a minute here. But nice to see all of those players contributing. And here's the other thing. We're always going to talk about the Jeremy Swayman contract. We're always going to do it. Did you get a look at the goalie tonight? Eunice Korpisalo played half the game, had 7 saves. Every one of them was pretty challenging. That was good. That was good, right? Now he leaves. He's got confidence. I thought they looked good. Now DiPietro comes in and gives up the goal right away and kind of blew the nice thing that you saw there. But overall tonight, impressive from some of the youngsters. Guys fighting for position battles. A couple of guys still trying to find their role on the team. As far as the defensemen go, Carlo got 19 minutes. You saw a little bit of Ian Mitchell tonight, who I've always been somewhat interested in. And then Lindholm also played tonight. So they had a couple of starters in there, but the rest are, end of the defense guys who got some action and played pretty well. As far as Callahan out of the assist, Mitchell, Osteri as well. Pretty positive game tonight from the Boston Bruins. Again, going up against a Washington team that's rebuilding, I would say. But Korpisalo, 7 saves tonight. We mentioned DiPietro finished things off. He saw a bunch of shots on net. 15. Had 13 saves on the night, but that's the discussion. If it's not Jeremy Swayman and things aren't signed, it's going to be a Korpisalo, Bussi. I don't know if DiPietro's the guy yet. Maybe one of those guys gets to start in Providence if Swayman's not ready to go. But I was impressed by what we saw tonight. What are your thoughts? 617-779-0985. And I did want to just read one story regarding Fabian Lysell. And I caught this the other day because, Fluto Shinzawa kind of mentioned in the first preseason game that no one really reached out for the job. And Fabian Lysell is, second preseason game. He's a candidate to be at the top of the line. 21-year-old. He failed to get a shot in almost 15 minutes of ice time in game 1. I kind of got on him a bit. Now, he did have one shot, missed the net. The other one was blocked, but I just wanted to see more of an impact. But Jim Montgomery admitted he doesn't know Lysell well. He doesn't know if he's a slow starter or whatnot, but he expects more from him on the ice. His quote, he needs to do a little more than he's done if he wants to make the Bruins. This is what Montgomery told him after the first preseason game. That would be the case for most people that played on Sunday night. So, I mean, him, Tufty, a nice little line tonight. They played well. And this is a guy I think that's got a lot of pressure, but tonight he showed the skill that he had. I was impressed. Is it enough? This is a veteran-laden team. Is it enough? You would hope so. You would hope so at this point. I think they're a little top-heavy. I think they've lost their speed this year. But in reality, this is a veteran group that went out and spent big money in free agency, moved on from some of their guys who've been here for a while. They need to replace Jake DeBrusk. It might not seem like something that's they'll figure it out. Jake DeBrusk was one of their fastest players they had. He did a lot of things. He got streaky. He had good games. He had games where he was a passenger. No doubt about it. But can somebody fill that role, and it could be someone from their system, a young player with speed who can play on the right? You want it to be Fabian Lysell. Merkelov's another one. What's he done not to have a shot at the roster? Now, I'd prefer to see him maybe at center a little bit. The same thing with Patra. But if somehow you have three guys that you can put there, it doesn't mean you have one. I get it. But if it could be Patra, Lysell, Merkelov, and then you kind of switch in lines a little bit because that's what Jim Montgomery does, right? Sometimes he likes to add the veteran. Sometimes he goes heavy. Sometimes he goes with the fast line. Sometimes he'll probably go with an all-young line. But just for tonight, it was impressive to see a guy who did nothing in game one get called out and had a really nifty goal. A very nifty goal. So your thoughts on that at 617-779-0985. We're here until 11 o'clock tonight, reacting to the Bruins game. We got another Bruins game, I think, this week as well. Skaz, you were working the game. Any vibe from you on the Bees?
Yeah, I think a lot of the young guy, like you said, Lysell looked better. I was impressed with Tyler Johnson. I know he's a veteran, not one of the younger guys that we were kind of mentioning, but he's a guy that I think can fit a role on this team. He's won cups before. He's been in the league. He's just, the Bruins tend to kind of lean on these older guys more than the younger guys, at least in recent memory. We remember the Chris Wagners and countless guys that they've kind of picked over younger guys in the past. And I feel like Tyler Johnson kind of fits that mold of just a smart NHL professional player. He's not going to make mistakes. He's good in his own zone, makes the right pass. And he mentioned it. They talked to him, and he said he was a little rusty, but that's a guy that I think probably should have a spot on this team.
Lysell responded. Don't you feel like they always find these guys that somehow, some way can just play with the veteran leading group, just ride your lane, and somehow if you might get a shot off, you might get a rebounded. But Tufty's big. I kind of liked what I saw from him. But they have a lot of guys. McLaughlin's a kid I really like. Brown's been doing a ton of things.
I mean, Brazeau, we saw glimpses of it last year. Now he's in for a full camp. He's a guy that, I don't know if I'd say I'm expecting big things from, but I think he can be a legit NHL player that pots a couple goals for you.
Korpisalo, anything from you there?
I thought Korpisalo looked good tonight. Montgomery mentioned at postgame that, he just kind of square to the puck, not trying to do too much, and that's all you're really looking for, in your goalie. Don't try and do too much. The Bruins have a system. It's worked for, multiple goalies in the past. They come in here, new guys, whether it's your Halaks, your Olmarks, doesn't matter. They bring them in, veteran guys, and they look pretty good, and I thought Korpisalo was kind of right in that mold tonight. I know it's preseason. I know it's only 7 shots, but can't really ask for much more than that.
This Riley Tufty kid, I don't know what it is about
You got a
him.
Tufty, huh?
I do get a little Tufty for Riley. I mean, it's kind of cool. A Bruin with the name Tufty. Tough. Maybe we can get like an all tough line, like a, who else is a tough guy on the, well, they moved on from some guys too. That, I don't know. I feel like they're better. I feel like they're a better team. They're still producing some talent from Providence that can fill in. And they have to do this with the salary cap issues they have. I'm fine with them getting Lindholm and Zadorov. I really am. If one of these kids can hit, Patra. Maybe they get a couple. Patra, Lysell, Merkelov. Kind of like what I'm seeing from that group. So if you want to react to tonight's game, you can, certainly, at 617-779-0985. We're going to do a bunch of other stuff, though. We got Patriots stuff. Celtics had their media day today. And the Patriots play San Francisco this weekend. There's been a lot of stuff that's come out today. So we'll have it for you for the final hour of the show here. Again, the phone number 617-779-0985. It's Skaz's last night. He's leaving us.
Just for a couple days, Joe. Don't leave it on such a cliffhanger. I'll be back. Be back next Tuesday for a Bruins game.
No, I know, but it's just that Skaz won't be here tomorrow. And then you won't be here Thursday.
Won't be here Friday.
And then you won't be here Monday. Friday, and you won't be here Monday. So when you come back, we go to 6 p.m.
Yes, so I'm looking forward to it. We have a 6 to 7 and then 7 o'clock Bruins game.
So the show moves to 6 o'clock. Well, all right, we're on YouTube, everybody. We're on YouTube. I see us right now. We're on there. If you want to react to the Bees, you can at 617-779-0985. Well, Jeremy Swayman seems to be the talk of everything. And the Spit Up on Your Face podcast, or whatever they call it. I can't remember what it was called. Spit and Chicklets? That's it. Well, there's been a rebuttal. We'll have that for you coming up on the other side here. And, of course, we'll get into a ton of other stuff. I'm Joe Murray. Let's get to the headlines here on 98.5 The Sports Hub.
WBCFM and HD Boston. Patriots! From the opening kickoff to the final play.
Touchdown!
Your home of the pass. 98.5 The Sports Hub. Beasley Media Group Station. Sports Hub headlines.
All right, Bruins 4-2 winners tonight. They got goals from Fabian Lysell, Georgi Merkelov, and my boy Riley Tufte. Now 1-1 on the preseason. They play again later this week. Patriots back out on the football field. They prepare for Sunday's game against San Francisco. They have added John Giles to their practice squad. Adam Thielen, he's been placed on injured reserve. He's dealing with a hamstring injury for Carolina. Trent Brown's season's over. He's playing for the Bengals and tore his knee. Red Sox and Blue Jays, well, they're playing. They were playing. 3-3. Wow, they came back. Top of the 10th inning. They were down 3-0. Cedar Rafaela had 2 RBI in this one as well. And the Celtics had their media day today. Kristaps Porzingis gave an update on his offseason surgery. He says he'll be back in December. Headlines, they are brought to you by Safety Insurance, providing comprehensive coverage for your auto, home, and business. Ask your independent agent about safety. I'm Joe Murray. Your next update in 30 minutes.
No matter where you go, you're always connected to Boston sports with the 98.5 The Sports Hub app. Download it wherever you get your apps today.
This entire negotiation was fumbled from the beginning. That is my opinion on it. It was fumbled from the beginning when you decided to trade Allmark before you had to deal with Swayman. You decided to not take Swayman to arbitration. That could have locked him up for 1 or 2 years. You could have punted this down the road, but none of that happened, and all of the leverage was put into Jeremy Swayman's camp. And this guy, I do not think personally he's going to give in. I don't know where this goes from here, but his agent also represented William Nylander, and when did he hold out till Biz?
December.
Right around December. So now I think Don Sweeney's taking out his frustration on really Funk's entire negotiation on me a little bit, and indirectly on you, because he didn't even want to say my name.
No, we're buddies.
That's fine. Yeah, you guys are buddies. I just don't understand not talking that long to a camp, and I stand by what I was told, right? Like, he's going to call me a liar. I think he's fudging a little bit the truth. Now, who knows, right? I guess maybe the truth's somewhere in the middle, but I knew the offer, and it was a low ball, slap in the face offer. So
It's game time. Tackle you.
Was Don Sweeney a little sensy? Was he being sensy? Rebuttal there from, was that Biss?
That was Ryan Whitney.
Ryan Whitney, sorry about that. Ryan, the former player, because I know that the group there got all lumped into it, but it's been Ryan Whitney who's, listen. I learned this from Tommy Boy. You can stick your head. You know the line. You know the line, Skaz. I could stick my head up T-Bone's butt, but I would rather take the butcher's word for it And, Ryan Whitney's playing.
Tell me likey. Tell me what wingy.
But listen, I'd rather take the guy that's been in the league that knows the players and knows what's going on instead of the guy that is going to just blah you at the podium and condescend you. And listen, just to be honest here, a lot of hockey people do this. They know the game better than we do. What do we know? I'm just a radio host. Like sometimes I'll just look at a headline and I won't even read the story and I'll react. It happens. It's careless, but you know what? We create content. That's why we're here. That right there, that sounded like, no, dude, you got pissed. You're taking it out on the wrong guy. I'm right. You're wrong. Pay up. That's the way, at least the way I took it. Pay up. Pay me. I want $8 million. Screw you. Pay me. I can't do the Goodfellas right now. Swayman wants 8-8. The Bruins don't want to pay it. They look at December 1st as, all right, man, well, that's our leverage. It's the only leverage the Bruins have unless you pay them. So what? They'll just go with Bussy. And by the way, business as usual for the Bruins tonight, right? Young players played. Couple of veterans got in there. Everyone looked pretty good. Merkulov. Everything's great. Everything is awesome. I was talking to Skaz about this before the show. I have high expectations for the Bruins this year. Could they? Do I think they're going to win a Stanley Cup? No, but can they? Absolutely. I mean, David Pastrnak the other night was like, I want to win a Stanley Cup. He's sick of this. He's making his money. He's putting up, I mean, listen, the guy got in fights last year, something he didn't normally done. He's criticized constantly for a lot of things, but he's their best player, clear cut. Clear cut. And Marchand's going into the last year. I'm curious about his contract extension. Montgomery's got some things as well. Maybe he gets an extension. The defense is loaded. The way that their defense is set up, an $8 million goaltender who's been pretty good and was their best goalie from last year, you kind of want him out there, don't you? And now we're just, one guy wants 8-8, the team doesn't want to pay him. This thing's dragging out a little bit. I'm Team Whitney. Oh, I want to dance with somebody. I am Team Whitney. I believe he knows. I believe Jeremy Swayman knows and has been talking to people. What do I know? Hey, man, I chirp some people. Hey, man, what do you know? I think you're getting multiple things. I think the Bruins feel one way or saying one thing. Maybe his agent's doing another, and then Swayman is being direct. But a lot of people are talking. And Sweeney, by the way, I don't return phone calls. I always return phone calls after 3 weeks. I don't know, Sweens. So I just call them Sweens. Like we're friends. I don't know. I'm Team Whitney here. Like, in this scenario, who do you believe? The team? Or the guy that might be talking to Jeremy Swayman, who played in the league, who might know a little something about it? Anyways, your thoughts at 617-779-0985. Oh, is it our buddy on the line right now who wants to talk coming home from the game tonight? Let's pull up the phone lines here at 617-779-0985, and he is none other than Tommy from Lynn. Tommy!
What's up, guys? I did not go to the game, but I watched the game. And this is what I got to say tonight. I want some of these young kids to make a roster spot. The one that I want to see to make a roster spot on this team is Fabian Lysell. He played really good, Joe. Joe, his goal tonight was nasty. He deserves a roster spot on this team. And Jeremy Swayman, him holding out and him being like this with the money, I'm kind of on Whitney's side because the Bruins are holding him back, or is he holding them back? What's going on? How come both sides don't want to meet? And him and Nylander from Toronto have the same agent, and it took Nylander's contract to get figured out December 1st. You know that, Joe? So this can drag out all the way till December 1st before they get a signing.
Tommy, dropping knowledge for everybody, man. Appreciate you. Did you know that's, guys? December 1st? That's the date. Why do you think Sweeney mentioned that pretty clear, huh? December 1st. See what happens. Doesn't play, huh?
We're getting some posturing, Joe. A little bit, who's going to blink first? Right now, if I'm the Bruins, I'm not blinking until, Korpisalo looks like the Korpisalo maybe some people expect. But yeah, Bruins kind of lost the leverage on this one when they traded Allmark, and now you're just kind of waiting Swayman out. Is he going to budge? It doesn't seem like he is, but I'm in the camp that, you don't need to overpay for Jeremy Swayman, and if you got to wait a little while, you got to wait a little while.
All right, well, that's the news when it comes to the Bruins. But Skaz, something just happened. I know you didn't care about it last week. I don't know how much you're caring about it right now. The Red Sox are up. Or did they win? Is it over? 6-3 right now. 6-3. They were down 3-0. It's 6-3 right now. Bottom of the 10th inning. Can they hold on? Brian Bayo got the start tonight. He went 4 innings. Only went 75 pitches, had 4 strikeouts. But listen to this bullpen tonight. Sims, Slayton, Garcia, Guerrero, Martin, and then some guy named Penrod I've never heard of. What's his first name? Zach Penrod. You ever heard of him before?
Never in my life, Joe.
No, I have. Well, I'll tell you.
No, I've never. I'm not being sarcastic.
Right,
I've never heard of him.
He's a lefty. Okay, he is from Nampa, Idaho. Where you're not going there, Idaho, right?
Certainly not.
Yeah, he's 27. He's a relief pitcher. I don't know anything. He's number 67. Let's see if there's a bio on this guy. Nope. So there's a guy named Penrod right now on the mound. And the Sox are trying to win tonight. I know mathematically they're still available at 6'4" right now. Here we go. I've already put the jinx on them, I feel like. But some impressive things tonight. They got no hitting at all. Rafaela gets the 2 doubles, or the 2 RBI. Yoshida ties the game. Trevor Story. And then Vaughn Grisham. Who? Yeah, Vaughn Grissom, the guy that they got for Chris Sale. That guy. Put them up 6-3, and right now, bottom of the 10th inning. Things can happen, people. All I ever asked for was the Celtics to get us to Sunday. The Red Sox to get us to Sunday. Can they do it? Can they do it? It's 6-4 right now. Red Sox. So we got Bruins on the table. If you want to get in on that, the comments regarding Jeremy Swayman. What'd you think of Lysell's game tonight? And Korpisalo stopped all 7 shots in his work tonight. Red Sox right now up 6-4, bottom of the 10th inning. It was Celtics Media Day today. Some interesting comments that I think we should play for you before we get out of here tonight. And the Patriots take on the 49ers this weekend. I got some numbers for you. So we're here until 11 o'clock tonight. The phone number 617-779-0985. We're also on YouTube. I see Riz in there. I see JP, Ryan, DeWeasel, B. Pudster. Who's that guy? And then we got a guy named Penrod pitching. So we're here until 11 o'clock tonight. Join us in the chat, youtube.com/985 The Sports Hub. We got some people in there right now. I'm Joe Murray. We'll tell you about more what happened today next here on 98.5 The Sports Hub.
Don't go anywhere. There's more Joe Murray. On the way on 98.5. Golick and Bertrand. Weekday mornings at 10 on the Sports Hub.
Quick, smelly.
It's Joe Murray on the Sports Hub.
I think what stood out was we lost to Boston. That was the team that stopped us, and now I won with them. So maybe it's just all full circle, you know. Maybe this time it's going to be a little different. But the challenges, I think the challenges are, people see us at the top of the mountain now, which I think last year they kind of saw that too. We've heard good and bad, but honestly, I think it's going to be the same thing. People are going to say that we suck, and then other people are going to be like, we're really good. And then at the end of the day, I think we have to keep our circle tight and fight together and try to get to to win our last game like we did this last season.
Reminder that the Boston Celtics are NBA champions still. And today was media day, the whole entire team together. How about that quote from Drew Holiday? You know what, guys? It sounds like Drew's always been a talker and a kind of a straight shooter, excellent human being, and just excellent basketball player. Speaks very well, but you know what I heard today more than anything? And we'll let you, I'll play you some of the quotes, and our buddy Barstool Greeny has checked in, so I'll read you some of the stuff he said today. I think the Celtics are absolutely locked in. And when I say locked in, they want to go back to back. I just got one of those crazy alerts, guys. Did you? I don't like those things. I wish if an emergency happened, I don't want to know. Maybe everybody else did. Out on those, by the way. Out. But that's just me. Anyways, they're locked in. They're locked in. They're back-to-back, baby. They know it. They know the salary caps. They know about the ownership situation. They don't know about the future of their star players. They don't know about Mazzulla. They don't know about Brad Stevens. Who knows? This team is locked in, and what I'm seeing more and more is they're now starting to take on the identity of their head coach. That's what I'm seeing. Drew Holiday doesn't say this a year ago, Skaz, and I know he won a championship with the Bucks too. I know that. So he's got a little, jewelry to shine. But hey, what do you think the expectations are? I think the people are going to say the same things. Some people are going to say we suck. Some people are going to say we're good. But you know what it's about? It's about our inner circle. And you know what? People should take that into life, by the way. So now, you know why I feel this way? Because Joe Mazzulla feels this way. He doesn't think he's defending. He feels like he's attacking. And that's what they sounded like today. Al Horford sticking up for his teammates at the Olympics, right? Jason Tatum coming out right away and saying that he didn't know why he didn't play. Jaylen Brown makes a joke about the Olympics first question. Bing, bang, boom. Derek White says, we didn't really talk about that. We're all here to play basketball. It's business. It's business. Now they seem like now that they've won, they seem to have this new energy, this new confidence, aura, as some may say, Skaz. That was what all I did was listen to interviews. I didn't see anybody shoot basketballs. They've grown. They've matured. We've always talking about getting over the hump, right? Now you're starting to see the confidence. This team knows they're the best team in the league. They know the New York Knicks reloaded. They know that Philly is trying. They know that Denver got worse. They know. And you know what it is? They smell blood in the water, Skaz. They know it. They know they're the best. They know it. And they even talked about the health, right? Kristaps Porzingis today says he should be back sometime in December. Probably a little bit earlier than we thought. Maybe a Christmas Day game against Joel Embiid and the Philadelphia 76ers. I don't know. Maybe. But I heard from every single starter today, every one of them. Drew Holiday confident, Derek White confident, Al Horford backing his teammates up, Jaylen Brown just talking about his season. By the way, Jaylen Brown, specimen. This guy is ripped. He must have gained 10, 15 pounds of muscle. I don't know how that's going to translate to the court. I don't know. Maybe he'll be a little tough. Maybe he could play the 3 a little bit more. Maybe Skaz, maybe Tatum's the big guy, and at times Brown's the 4. I don't know. And you know what's something you always said last year, Skaz? So I want to stay on this one because it might get lost every once in a while. The Celtics won the championship without Jason Tatum being at his best shooting.
Yeah, they also won it with Tatum playing out of position basically the entire playoffs. Not really mentioned.
But today, he mentioned it.
Yes.
And today he goes, I'm working on some things with my shot. I think there's a little bit of a timing thing and keeping my shoulders square a little bit more.
Which is something
nobody even saw what I'm capable of.
Yeah, and I think we all knew. I mean, there's been reports on his shot being, quote unquote, broken for, the last half of last season. I don't think any of that was news, but it is good to hear him say that, and it is being addressed. I mean, you just watch him from his rookie year to now. He's developed a little added, hitch, I guess you want to call it, in his shot. But that's something we talked about all last year. It's nothing new, but it's good that it's being addressed. So if you're a Celtics fan, like you are, like I am, like most of our listeners are, today was a very good day. It's just media day. We're not going to overreact.
We didn't see a shot.
We didn't see a shot. Didn't see a dribble,
we didn't see
Joe.
Running, yes. We didn't see anything.
I mean, even if you're getting tweets from Tony Maz today, giving the Celtics credit for saying all the right things.
Oh, the guy that said that even if they win a championship, it doesn't matter? That guy?
Well, not going to go that far.
No, I think that's what I heard. I remember I said front runners. People didn't like that. I can't remember how it all went out, but I think they won a championship.
Yeah, and I just think, from a neutral perspective, Celtics fan perspective, however you want to look at this, they are saying the right things. They are approaching it the right way. There is no more, can Tatum and Brown work together? Do they even like each other?
Yeah.
No.
Can they coexist?
They're preaching unity. They're preaching it's us against everyone else. And that's what you hope for. That's what you want. It's us against them. It's the Celtics versus everybody. They know that people are talking even after they won a title, and they want to silence everybody. And, as a fan, I'm here for it.
I'm here for it. Who else is? Your thoughts at 617-779-0985. Listen, one thing you're going to get out of the night show, some people may call us green teamers. I am not. I'm not speaking for anybody on this show, but I'm going to tell you right now. What I saw today was confidence. I saw, you know what I did? I know what I didn't see. Some guys walk around with their chest real high, like, yeah, we won the championship. Yeah, bro. No, these guys are like, who's next? Who wants a piece? That's what it was like. And it all starts at the top. I mentioned Joe Mazzulla. They're taking on the personality of their coach. Brad Stevens, quietest guy, right? Means business. This was his quote today. Everybody's going to eagerly anticipate the new season right now. The defending champs and everybody else. And then reality hits you. It's Brad Stevens talking about the pressure to repeat. I called repeat, Skaz, the second they won. I said repeat immediately. So what was the date that they won again? I'm sorry. It was 24. I can't remember. I said the day it happened, repeat, and I'm going to double down on that bad boy. Give me the New York Knicks, the Nova Knicks. Give them to me. The Philadelphia 76ers, come on.
I believe it was June 17th.
Thank you.
I could be wrong, but I believe June 17th.
I was at Big Night Live in Boston till 4 a.m. I had to wait for the SWAT team to leave, but you know what? I didn't care. You know why? Because the Celtics won the championship. I didn't care. That's right. The repeat is on. Everybody's going to eagerly anticipate a new season right now, and the defending champs and everybody else, and then boom, reality hits you. That's from Brad Stevens today. When Drew Holiday says, yeah, people are going to say the same thing. People are going to say we suck. They're locked in already. They're not defending their championship. They're going at everybody. That's the mentality of their coach. The coach said he wanted the red dot on his head, remember? Yeah, we're the target? No, you're the target. The rest of the league is the target when it comes to the Celtics. I think, again, the way that they play basketball, Nobody can beat them. You might not like the three-point shots. You might not like it. You might not like the way that the end game scenarios happen. You may not. But you know what? Nobody can beat them in a 7-game series, and that's a fact. And I'm going to double down on it. I got to look up the betting odds again. I got juiced up today. And they didn't even take a shot. They didn't dribble a basketball. Didn't even dribble a basketball. And he goes on to talk about the Porzingis thing. But, like, come on. You're going to get this. So, just a couple of injury notes, by the way. Luke Cornett's dealing with a wrist injury. And then Tillman had a procedure right on his knee. Are those guys going to get action right away? Neemias Queta might be there. I'm bringing up names right now, but you might be seeing some guys early on that you didn't see at the end of last year. But Al Horford, you're going to get everyone's best shot every night. And then this is what he said about the Tatum Brown Olympic controversies. I personally was not happy about it. This is him talking about Tatum. Those guys, they're very special to me. And even though it was nothing against me, it motivated me and all of us for this season. So basically, their two best players get chumped by Team USA Basketball and Steve Kerr, and everyone's pissed. So guys, the whole team took it personally. The whole team. I know they handled it well, said Horford. They're fine. But when you see those two guys, the amount of work that they put in and the sacrifices they made, Horford, not a happy camper about this one. Oh, not a happy camper. It was hard to watch the Olympics and not see them in the position that would have hoped to see them in. Your thoughts on Celtics? It's just media day, but I'm ready. Let's go. Give me Philly. Give me the New York Knicks. Go ahead. Indiana Pacers, you're next. Out, out, out. Repeat is on. Your thoughts, 617-779-0985. Hey, we're on YouTube, everybody. We're on YouTube. JP, Joe's on the juice. No, I'm on the Celtics juice is what I'm on. I want that money. Back to back, baby. Here we go. Back to back. Is that what Drake said? Going back to back. Going back to back like Jordan 96, 97, something like that. Let's get to the headlines. I'm embarrassing myself.
Sports Hub headlines.
All right, Bruins win tonight in preseason action 4-2. They get goals from Fabian Lysell, my boy Riley Tufte, Mr. Brown and Brazo. Brazer's my guy. 4-2 tonight. Yopris Capasalo, sorry.
Cadillac and Bertrand get you through the midday, Joe Murray gets you right through the night.
I actually spoke with women today.
On the Sports Hub.
All right, back here at 98.5, the Sports Hub. I'm just waiting for the hook. A lot of bleeps in there, but I'm feeling it. I'm feeling a little back to back. See, I like Drake. Some people are out. I'm in. Yeah. Because the Celtics did go on a little bit of a world tour this year, guys. I got the back-to-back odds. I got the odds. I can't believe we're playing this right now, but I gotta love it.
I made sure it was clean.
Yeah. Going back to back. It's the Celtics, homie. Plus 290. The Celtics to repeat. So $100 gets you 290. Get them in now. Unless they start slow with some of the injuries, a couple of guys having surgery, maybe they start a little slow. Get that 290 number. They're going to win it. They're going to go back to back. There is an odd out there that you can get the three-peat. There's the three-peat odds too. I'm going to just hold on for the back-to-back. Win total this year, 58.5 as well. I think the team's loaded. And by the way, I got to just say this one. Jaylen Brown, he cooked the Detroit Pistons today. He cooked them. He's talking about, hey, some games, we'll just go through Peyton Pritchard. He'll drop 30. We might just play a team, and this is no offense to Detroit by any means. But we'll just go through Sam Hauser and have 8 threes. They look at their opponent, and they go, you know what? Let's give this guy a look today. Oh, we're playing Sacramento. Let's give that guy a look today. Oh, Detroit? Why don't we get 30 for Drew Peterson off the bench? I don't know. That's the way they made it seem today. Your thoughts at 617-779-0985. Einbein. Hi, Pa.
Hey, Joe. What's up, man?
How you doing?
First of all, shout out to the Twitch/YouTube fam.
Shout out.
We've been here together for a long time. We've talked in the past that I don't really get into sports as much as I used to because of all the stuff that happened to me illness-wise. But the Celtics really got me going last year, and I'm psyched for them this year, dude. Psyched.
What do you think? Back-to-back?
Oh, God, yeah. Easy. Yeah. And I think they're going to start slow. You mentioned that. I don't think they're going to run away with the big winning record for the regular season. But when the playoffs come, they're going to be wired and ready to go.
Hey, back in 1986, were you like, yep, back-to-back, 87, 86, 87, let's go?
Yeah, I mean, that was my time.
But every year you were like, Celtics are going to win it.
Oh, God, yeah.
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 It wasn't even a question.
I feel really good about them this year, though. I do.
Okay. Thanks, Einbein. Appreciate you, bro. Shout out. Thank you. I had to ask somebody who was there in the 80s, Skaz. So, was it just every year you just thought it was going to be Magic Johnson versus Larry Bird? Because every year I thought it was going to be Peyton Manning versus Tom Brady to go to Super Bowl. That's at least what I thought.
I mean, didn't we think it was going to be Jokic last year? Like, didn't it feel like the Nuggets were destined to come back?
Didn't Tatum say that too?
Yeah.
He said
as soon as the Nuggets lost, they're like, "Yep."
He said as soon as Denver lost, they were motivated.
And Denver said that last year, about 2 years ago, I should say, about the Celtics. They said once the Celtics were out, we were like, okay, well, it's ours to lose now.
Going back to back. Back to back. Benny in Oxford. What's up, Benny?
Let's go, Joe. I was just as fired up as you with media day today, man. And took the Celtics at plus 300 and JT at 550 for NBA Finals MVP.
Ooh.
Yeah, man. JB looking bigger than Kawhi Leonard today. I mean, JT, I don't know if it was jet lag, but I'm going to go with my opinion that he looked just pissed and motivated, talking about working on his shot mechanics. Is there anybody happier to be in Boston than KP? That man smiles like a kid on Christmas every morning. He's in Boston, man. He's ready to go. Al Horford, like you mentioned. Lonnie Walker dropped one of my favorite quotes today. You know, he's ready for when preparation meets opportunity. So even he's looking to contribute somewhat off the bench. And Baylor Shireman looks like he's ready to ask you whose car we're going to take. Like, I'm fired up about this team.
Did you hear the quote from Tatum when he goes, yeah, Joe Mazzulla was happy I didn't win Finals MVP? He goes, I talked to Joe a lot. Joe is probably the happiest person in the world that I didn't win Finals MVP and that I didn't play in 2 games of the Olympics. That was odd, but if you know Joe, it makes sense.
I think we all were for the right reasons. We have a motivated JT because even he looks even bigger still.
You
He's
know,
still putting on muscle.
He looked bigger to me. JB Brown looked clearly bigger. Like he looked like a stud muffin.
I mean,
Benny, I don't know how else to say it. The guy looked like a stud muffin.
I'm there with you, man. I mean, I still got to get used to the no beard look, but
yeah, it was like the 5 o'clock shadow or something like that. You know,
that was that. I mean, I think we're all excited besides that clown Perkins.
Oh yeah,
what a clown! Hey, you know what? Keep adding fuel to the fire, buddy. Keep saying it. And nobody's afraid of the Celtics yet. Teams are stacking up. You're right, bud.
I'm ready, bro. I'm ready.
I'm ready, man.
All right, Benny. Appreciate you, man. Thank you. Got the Drake in me, going back to back. Going back. I got the green in me, going back to back. You getting this one, Skaz? Going back to back.
Hey, get me going back to back.
Got the green in me. Got the green in me, going back to back. I don't want to hear about the Sixers again. Skaz, when you come back from vacation, maybe we'll do a little Joey Okie, maybe. All right.
Little Joey Mer Productions back to back. I'm in on that.
Oh man. Oh, our buddy Steve is on the line. What's up, Steve?
What's up, buddy boy?
How you doing? How you doing? What are you doing? All these concerts? What did you get? ELO the other night?
Oh man, they should have played for 3 straight nights. They were fabulous. I just couldn't say enough about them. And your buddy Big Jim was there.
Yeah.
Said they were awesome.
Yeah, Big Jim.
Great.
The Garden's been popping lately, man.
It has, and it's going to continue being busy tomorrow night. Later on in the weekend, they got some events next week. Maniscalco's coming in for 2 nights, but the main reason why, he's awesome. But I'm not going to be in town for a couple of weeks. I got to go out of town.
I got to handle some business.
I do. My daughter's getting married in October 5th, and I got to gonna be out there in Reno.
Papa Steve out in Vegas, old Vegas, huh?
Yeah, old Vegas, buddy. Hey, can I bet out there in Reno, or do I have to go to Vegas?
Does a bear poop in the woods? Go ahead.
Hey, the reason why I called is I got a suite for you if you want on opening night for the Celtics.
Whoa. Is it a weeknight?
$40K, buddy.
Yeah. $40K for a suite?
40 large. 18 of you, buddy.
Yo, bro, you're going to get a fat tip.
Hey, that isn't even food and beverage. That's just the suite tickets.
Well, hey, a lot of companies listen to this station, Steve, so you want to let them know.
I know.
It's available. Opening night, you get to see the banner. right? Maybe someone comes out and
Absolutely.
talks to the crowd. Maybe I don't know.
Yeah, you never know. Maybe Larry Bird might show up, or Kevin McHale, or who knows?
Well, they were there last year.
Yeah, that they were.
All right, Steve. Good luck with the wedding, bro. Congrats.
All right.
You
I'll
got it,
give you
man.
a shout next week sometime.
got
Thank
it.
you.
You got it, man. Thank you.
Yeah, old Vegas, buddy. Hey, can I bet out there in Reno, or do I have to go to Vegas?
Does a bear poop in the woods? Go ahead. I'm sorry. That's a laugh right there, man. Go ahead.
Steve's the best. Just the best.
Oh, I got a cramp from laughing again.
Yeah, old Vegas, buddy. Hey, can I bet out there in Reno, or do I have to go to Vegas?
Does a bear poop in the woods? Go ahead. I got to leave you on that note, Skaz. Oh, boy. Get the final segment of the night here on 98.5 The Sports Hub.
More Joe Murray coming up on the Sports Hub.
All right, final segment here, 98.5 The Sports Hub. I'm Joe Murray. So, Skaz is going west. You going to check out the 49ers game? Are you going to be on a flight or anything? Or
I'm sorry, what was the question?
The 49ers game? Are you going to be in that? How far are you from San Fran?
I'm San Diego.
So you'll be pretty far.
9 hours away.
Well, they don't have football in San Diego.
Yeah.
So who do they root for?
Yeah, probably some knockoff Chargers fans or something down there. I don't know. The weather's too nice. They're not real sports fans.
So Skaz, I'm thinking about Pat's 10.5.
I mean, you were thinking about it all yesterday, too.
I don't think the 49ers are right. I think the people who talk about the 49ers aren't watching. I think the people who, they're going to get whooped when they go to San Fran, I don't think they know who the 49ers are right now. I don't think they know. But taking about a minute or two here, because we're going to say goodbye. We're back here tomorrow night. Full show, no Skaz, though. Matt Stenberg will be here, and intern Joe. So you got to get him on the mic some night. We don't know anything about him. He's doing a great job behind the scenes.
Great job.
But that happened with Ryan Bell, right? He was great behind the scenes. We put him on the air, and it was like, geez, dude, you could do it all. He's going to take my job someday. Quick take. If the Patriots are the Patriots you saw last Thursday night and not the ones you saw week 1 or 2, it might be Drake Maytime. I don't want that. I don't think he needs to play to develop. I don't. But I'm starting to look at the Dolphins and their 33 points scored this year. Now, do they have a little bit of an interesting defense, Vic Fangio, all that? Yeah, they do. But it could be a good spot. I wouldn't like him against the Texans because they have a great pass rush too. But I think the Pats, if Brissett plays well and they run the football and don't do anything stupid, I told you this. The 49ers are the worst team in the league in yards after catch. They used to be the best team in the league for 4 years. Their receivers aren't getting open. Jawan Jennings is really the only one. Ayuk hasn't done much. They're without Kittle. They're without Samuel, without Christian McCaffrey. They're without Hargrave on defense. They don't stop the run that well. And Brock Purdy, although he's thrown for 3 touchdowns, they have not been a good offense at all. I think they'll blitz the hell out of the Pats, and that will be my concern. But at 10.5, I'm liking the Patriots, and may I just remind you that underdogs in the NFL, 6.5-point favorites or more, are 11-1. So it might be worth riding that trend. The Patriots could be the get-right Patriots. It could happen. I just don't think the 49ers are right. We'll have more on this tomorrow night. We'll have a reaction to the Bruins preseason game today. Good to see Fabian Lysell light the lamp as well, and a bunch of young guys getting in on the action. I'm already going back to back when it comes to the Celtics.